And can we talk about Youngblood for a second? He is just amazing on this song. Like, he's better on this song than any of his own songs. So the biggest news in pop punk is probably that rapper Machine Gun Kelly dropped his latest pop punk album, Tickets to My Downfall, on September 25th, which is something that is pretty crazy. It's something that we haven't quite seen before in the music industry, but it's really cool. I'm pretty pumped for it. I personally love the album. I'm really enjoying it. Ever since he released Bloody Valentine a few months back, I've really been going through quite the pop punk phase, and I watched a video by the Punk Rock MBA, great channel if you haven't heard of it, and it was called What Killed Pop Punk. In the video, he said there were two waves of pop punk, essentially. The first one was the golden age, 1999 to 2005. We had Blink-182, we had Green Day, and then kind of died out for a little while, and then there was kind of a revival, 2011 to 2015. We had New Found Glory, Neck Deep, stuff like that, and then it died out again, 2015. So I was curious, what kind of pop punk music has been released from 2016 until now? So for the past few months, I have been listening to all the pop punk that I possibly could from 2016 to 2020, and I have compiled a list of the top 10 best pop punk songs from 2016 to 2020. Let's get right into it.
We're a band called Sunrise Skater Kids from Baltimore.
Coming in at number 10, we have Running with the Wild Things by Against the Current. On the 2016 album In Our Bones, they definitely went more pop rock / just pop, but this song in particular, Running with the Wild Things, is still a pop punk banger. The song is packed with energy, it's very danceable and very fun. Against the Current was one of those bands that was just constantly compared to Paramore in the early 2010s, but they've really differentiated themselves and stood the test of time. They have over 3 million monthly listeners on Spotify, and their biggest song was released in 2017, so they're still going strong. And at number 9, we have Dark Side by Blink-182. Blink-182 is one of those classic pop punk bands that you just have to include on the list. Now, I can't include this video without acknowledging just how cringy it is. It's so cringy, it's infuriating to watch. I mean, just look at the opening shot. Girl from another world, she don't know my name. She don't have... And then not long after, we have this. But besides all that, I don't really care that much because it is just a fantastic song. The melody is so catchy, especially in the chorus, but really throughout the whole song. Similar to Running with the Wild Things, it's just packed with energy the whole time, and it's a very danceable, fun song.
Your Dickies and Draven shoes and going to the mall and trying unsuccessfully to flirt with the girl who works at Jamba Juice.
Switching tones, at number 8, we have God Save Me But Don't Drown Me Out by Youngblood. And the song is definitely more sad and very emotional. You can just hear it in his high raspy vocals and his beautiful falsetto. Plus, you'll also hear inspiration from the likes of Blink-182 and The Used. So it's a really great combo, just a really solid song, probably the best so far from his upcoming album, Weird. Pretty excited for that. This is a great song to help you get into. I'm in anticipation for the album. Number 7, we have Hate Me Sometimes by Stand Atlantic. This is probably the most underrated pop punk band right now. I listened to their 2020 album Pink Elephant recently, and it is so good. It's very fun. It kind of feels like you're just going to a concert. It was hard to choose between this and Jurassic Park and Blurry. Lots of good songs off this album. Hate Me Sometimes is super fun, and there's so much energy. First, you got Bonnie's vocals, which are very powerful and sometimes even raspy. And then every instrument brings its own unique punch. Even the bass gets its shining moments. Now, I mentioned that this song was pretty much on par with Jurassic Park and Blurry, but what really made this song stand out to me as the best song on the album was its outro. The whole song just flips upside down. It gave me goosebumps. Like, it's just really that good. I'm not going to spoil it for you. You have to go listen to it for yourself. At number 6, we got Monsters by All Time Low featuring Black Bear. This song has a super catchy chorus. What makes it even cooler is that most of the time the music drops like a beat or two after you expect it to, which is really cool. The whole song is just very cool. It's got like this badass vibe, but that's contrasted by the very emotionally vulnerable lyrics. Plus, you got the Black Bear feature. Let's talk about that for a moment. Black Bear is like the perfect rapper for any rock band. He's really popular right now, and he clearly has a lot of rock influence, and he has collaborated with a lot of rock bands and singers. So if any rock band needs a rap verse, Black Bear is just the guy to do it, and you really can't get any better than that. Number 5, I am excited about this one. We have California by Girlfriends. This song is really, really, really catchy. Just has an amazing melody, which can maybe be explained by lead singer Travis Mills' past. He used to be this kind of weird pop / EDM singer who dressed and looked like a scene kid. I mean, just look at this. I ain't gonna change. I'm not just a stupid. I'm not looking for my... I don't know, it's pretty crazy. That stuff is cool and all, but let's just say I'm really glad he's transitioned to pop punk. But you can definitely hear his creativity and pop orientation influence this song. Just besides the really catchy chorus and the first verse, it almost kind of sounds like he's rapping. And I wish I hated you. It would help with these regrets. I was so scared of losing you. It kind of gives me Nothing Nowhere vibes. And then in the second verse, you have a trap beat for a little bit, and I think it just blends really well. And the song still feels very, very pop punk, but just having those like kind of like rap and hip hop elements, it makes it feel fresh, but it doesn't detract from just that pop punk powerful chorus at all.
Whenever it's quite convenient. There's nothing more pop punk than easy nipple access.
Number 4, we've got Loser by Falling in Reverse. Now, I definitely wouldn't consider Falling in Reverse a pop punk band per se, but going back through their catalog in the past 3 albums they've put out, they have surprisingly a lot of pop punk songs. And to me, Loser definitely stands out as their best pop punk song. Now, I'm really sad that this one didn't get a music video. It was their second single off of Coming Home in 2017, and they had music videos for all of the other singles, but they just skipped this one for some reason, which I think is really weird because in my opinion, this one was clearly the best song. Now, this chorus is amazing, and a lot of it is just a one-note melody, but it's super unique and super catchy, very powerful and emotional and super fun. And the build-up in the bridge is just super epic and amazing. And they managed to bring in an orchestra for the outro, and it's beautiful. You gotta check this one out. Whew, water break. Number 3, this one might be a little controversial. We've got Sick and Tired by Ian Dior featuring Machine Gun Kelly and Travis Barker. I've been losing my mind, trying to figure it out, but I'm stuck in the drought. Now, some of you would probably not consider this a pop punk song or even a rock song, but to me, that's part of why it's at number 3, because genre bending is in, and this song does it so well. It's a very great blend of trap beats in the verse and acoustic drums in the chorus. It's got Travis Barker and Machine Gun Kelly, who are probably the 2 biggest pop punk icons right now. And Ian Dior is clearly not a pop punk artist, but he definitely has a few rock songs under his belt, and he's clearly influenced by emo and punk, both in his sound and his image. Plus, this song is just super catchy. It is addictive, and it will just keep you coming back for more and more. I've listened to the song so many times.
Punk rock is a word used by dilettantes.
Going back to that more stereotypical pop punk sound, at number 2, we have Still Breathing by Green Day. I'm still breathing, 'cause I'm still breathing on my own. This is just a very classic Green Day kind of song. It's got an amazing, catchy Green Day melody. It's just very Green Day. And honestly, this might be the only Green Day song in the past decade that I think is on par with some of their 2000s classics like Wake Me Up When September Ends and 21 Guns. Now, that song is maybe not quite as good as some of their top songs, but it's like almost there in my opinion. Almost. Besides the great melody, the song just has inspirational lyrics about getting through tough times, and it's probably the only song on this list that sounds like it could have been released before 2010. Like, there's no modern pop processing or programming at all, at least nothing that's super noticeable. They're really sticking to that traditional rock sound, so if that's something you're into, I think you will really like this song because it's just a really great song. Now, before I announce the best pop punk song of 2016 to 2020, I'm going to list some honorable mentions. Worries by MXPX.
I'm not worried, I'll be fine.
In Bloom, Neck Deep. And Scumbag by Goody Grace featuring Blink-182. All right, the moment you've all been waiting for. The best pop punk song to come out since 2016 is I Think I'm Okay by Machine Gun Kelly featuring Youngblood and Travis Barker. This song was the massive pop punk anthem from MGK's 2019 album Hotel Diablo. And it was just kind of crazy in 2019 to see a rapper doing pop punk better than just about any other pop punk band at the time. And can we talk about Youngblood for a second? He is just amazing on this song. Like, he's better on this song than any of his own songs. When he comes in on verse 2, his voice is impeccable.
Roll me up and smoke me love, and we can fly.
It's high and raspy, like Bert from The Used, but he has the most amazing falsetto that he just flips into with masterful ease. He also sings the super catchy and epic bridge, and he shares the outro with Machine Gun Kelly, and the outro just sounds like something off a My Chemical Romance album, and it's just really good. The way the song builds up at the end and then winds down, it's incredible. The song comes in at just under 3 minutes, but there are so many different parts, and it's just constantly evolving, and every part sounds so good. This song is a pop punk masterpiece. So that is my top 10 list of the best pop punk songs since 2016. What songs did I miss? What would you have included in your top 10 list? Let me know in the comments below. Also, what I want to know is, with Tickets to My Downfall coming out last week and being a pretty big success, do you think that 2020 is the year of the third wave of pop punk? Are we going to see a revival with other pop punk acts getting mainstream recognition? Or do you think this is just something that the music industry is gonna find amusing, like, oh, that's cool, rapper did a pop punk album, moving on? Or is this the start of something new? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this video, you can go ahead and like this video as always. And if you'd like to see more videos about pop punk or rock music or reactions or my own personal music, then make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon. See you next time. This is Evan Finch signing off. Peace out.